showing me a thing when it's actually up, and let's begin. Seated tall and straight, close the eyes, bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything you need is already within. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. Let's come to standing. And let's begin with some warm-ups. Start to move the head in circles. Move in a way that allows the breath to remain steady and even all throughout. Imagine you're watching yourself moving in a dream, always fluid, always graceful. And switch the direction of rotation. And then right arm circles forward and backwards. And then left arm. And then backwards. Now, left arm up, inhale, reach up. Bend to the right, right arm up. Bend to the left, continue. Swing the arms up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Inhale straight up, down on the exhale. And now forward. Good, now swing the arms. And release. Reach the arms up. Lower the body down. And back up. Arms up over the head. Come into squats. Back up. Elbows out to the side. Let's twist from side to side. Release. Now next one, so lion's breath, so allow the eyes to go wide and the tongue hang out of the mouth. It's good for releasing tension. One more. Coming back up. Let's come on to the hands and knees now. Cat-cow, inhale, arch the back, exhale. Round the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come onto the belly. Interlace the fingers behind the back. We're going to work the upper back muscles. Inhale, lift the chest. Back down. Up. Down, up, down, up, and down. Release, relax, breathe in, breathe out. Now arms stretch out in front of the body, swing the legs up, and use momentum to lift the upper body. And release, hands on the forehead on the hands. Inhale, exhale. Come all the way back into child's pose. Seat back behind the heels. Inhale, lift up into high cat. Exhale, drop the hips in the hands. Inhale, back up. Exhale, all the way back. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Back up on the inhale. And all the way back on the exhale. Up. Forward. Up. And back. Move gracefully up. Forward. Up. And back. Up. Forward. Up. And back. One more. Up. Forward. Up. And back. Next one similar, but we're just going to creep forward. Inhale. Hold the cobra. Arch the back. Bring the head all the way back. Exhale back. Inhale. Slide forward. Modify as you need to. Maybe come from above. If it's easier, hold the breath. Exhale. So it's easier, come from above. Inhale. Drop hips in your hands. Come into your cobra. And back. Inhale. Hold. And back. Inhale. And back. And last time. Inhale. Hold it. And back. Breathe in, breathe out. Come forward again, onto your belly, and then roll onto your back. Now inhale, extend the arms and the legs. Exhale, come into a tuck. Inhale, exhale, tuck. Inhale, and tuck. Inhale, stretch and tuck. Last time, inhale and stretch and untuck. Next time, inhale, stretch. Hold the breath this time as you tuck. Pull the thighs in towards the chest, chin to the knees. Exhale, release. Inhale again, extend. Hold the breath, tuck. Release. Inhale, extend, stretch. Hold and tuck, make the body as small as possible. Release. Inhale, extend, and tuck. Hold. Release. One last time. Inhale, stretch, and tuck. Hold breath, and release. Breathe in, breathe out, drop all fatigue out of the body. Next, we're going to roll backwards into plow or go as far as you can with the seat to get momentum. And then bring the legs down as soon as the feet touch down. Lift up, pull the body down over the legs. And all the way back, reach up and back, come down, pull forward. Just go as far as you feel comfortable, modify as you need to. Swing up, legs down. Try to have your feet down before you come up, just to work the core. And up, all the way back. Legs down, body up. Last time, this time we're going to roll up to standing. So bend the knees, stand the feet, and come right up to standing. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. Come to the top of the mat for Surya Namaskar. Remember, better than practice, even better than meditation, is to renounce all the fruits of the actions. Do the practice because it must be done. Reach the arms up over the head. Don't worry about the breath. Again, just move the body in a way that feels intuitive to reach, make the breath steady and even. Right foot back into a lunge. Come into high plank. Lower knees, chest, and knees down. Bring the seat all the way back. Now glide forward between the arms, sweeping up into cobra. All the way back. 2 more times, just like that. Glide forward, coming up, and back. Last time, inhale, sweep the body up, lift the head, roll off the toes, back into downward facing dog. Then the right foot steps forward to the hands, sink down to the seat, feet together, Uttanasana. Body to the legs, head down. Come all the way up. Return home. Move according to your condition. Reach the arms up over the head. Go down. Left foot back into a lunge. Feet together. Lower the knees, bring the seat all the way back. Come forward into your cobra. Arch the back, bring the head back. All the way back now. And start again. Smoothly gliding between the arms. Moving like a snake, creeping through the grass, all the way back. Last time. Glide forward. Lift the toes on Mukha Savasana. Left foot steps forward if you need to. Lower the back knee. If the foot doesn't come all the way, just move it forward with your left hand. Uttanasana, fold the body in half. Chest to the thighs. Come all the way up. Return home. Reach up again. Just move through the postures this time. Fold down. Right foot back. Feel as though you're doing a dance. Lengthen moves together seamlessly. Ashtanga Namaskara. Knees, chest, and chin down. Come forward and up into cobra. Right back into downward facing dog this time. Right foot steps. Left foot follows. Bow to the legs. Come up to standing. Return home. And up and back. Come down. Keep thinking of the practice as an offering. Left foot back. Imagine that all the benefits you feel are being transmitted to all beings everywhere. Come up into cobra. Right back. Adho Mukha Savasana. Left foot steps. Right foot follows. Bow to the legs. Head down. Come all the way up. Take it back home. Different variation this time. Reach up and back. Come down. Now lift the head and chest. Shift your weight forward so your shoulders are over the fingertips. Press into your hands and see if you can jump back. Just bend your elbows as you come back, hovering just above the ground. If you'd rather, just step back and down. Swing up into upward facing dog. Lift the hips and knees away from the ground if you can. Pull the shoulders back. Take on the consciousness of a dog howling at the moon. Press the thighs and knees away from the ground. All the way back into downward facing dog. Now bounce to the chest. Try to flatten out the arms. Try to get your head to come right down towards the ground. Or rest it there if you can. Make like a dog stretching its back. Get long. And now lift the heels into the hands. Spring forward or walk your feet to the hands. Again, bow to the legs. Come up and back. Hands back to the heart. One more like that. Reach up and back. Come down gracefully. Fold the body down like you're bowing. Look up, shoulders over the fingertips. Press into your hands. Lift and jump or walk back. Upward facing dog. Hold the pose for a moment. Stretch the front of the body. Try not to wrinkle the back of the neck, so lift the head. Try to stretch the neck out of the shoulders. All the way back, Adho Mukha Savasana. Curve the spine, belly towards the thighs, heart towards the ground. Then lift the heels, look to the hands, spring forward or walk forward. Body against the legs, bend your knees if you need to. Come all the way up to standing. Hands back to the heart. And then 2 more, move like a dancer. Just transitioning through the pose seamlessly. Come up, all the way back, right into upward facing dog. Smoothly glide your way back into downward facing dog. Get weight, come forward, lift the heels, look to your hands. Jump forward lightly, bow to the legs. Come up and back. Return home. One last time. Arms up. Hips forward. Fold down. Shoulders over the fingertips. Press into your hands and back we go. Into upward facing dog. All the way back into downward facing dog. Just bend the back a little bit, soften, align the back. Lift the heels. Jump forward. Body to the legs. Come all the way up to standing. And return. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Remove all expectations and all attachments to results. Now let's go right into the poses. Standing on your left foot first, Vrikshasana, tree pose. Take the right foot up. You can place it in the inseam of the leg, or if you have a lotus, you can bring it into lotus. Knee pointing down here, and then take your hands, either you can keep holding onto the foot if you need to, or take your hands together if you can. Now breathe in deeply, raise the arms up high, grow tall like a tree. If you want, you can look up, keep stretching up. Bring it back home. Release, other foot, stand firmly on the right foot, take the left knee up, and again place it in your tree. I'll just do this one this time. If you need to, you can lower your foot, it doesn't have to be right the root, just as long as it's not against the knee, even if you have your toes on the ground, all good. Now grow tall, take your hands to the heart, push the foot into the inseam of the leg if you're doing this version, and reach up tall. Be like a tree growing towards the sun. Take it back down and release. Good. Next pose, dancer. Stepping on your left or standing on your left foot, raise your right arm up, bring a right foot up, and pull it back behind. Now bring that left arm level to the ground, thigh level to the ground as well. Try to push the foot away from your head. Stand tall and poised like a dancer. I can stay here, or you can go further. You can see if you can lean forward a little bit, come a little bit lower, but keep the length. Break the pose, come back. Try the underneath the foot now. Just watch the body moving by itself. Left foot comes up, take hold of the ankle, and then pull the foot behind as you bring the left arm forward. Stand tall and proud, gracefully. If you want, go deeper, bend the standing leg if you need to, and then go a little bit lower in a pose. Engage the thigh and the lower leg muscles. And coming back. Good. Stepping to the back of the mat now. We're doing warrior 3. Arms over the head. Take the left foot forward. Lean into the pose. Bend the front leg and raise the right leg up. Imagine you're lying on the table. Try to get your body as flat as possible. Make yourself look like the spear or the arrow, nice and straight. Option to swing your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers, go lower, toppling tree with the belly, but then arch the back. Make like a cobra shape. Lift the right foot up higher if you can. Pull the hands further over the head. And gracefully step out of the pose. Come to the back of the mat again. Start again. Arms high over the head. Step forward with the right foot. And just come into the pose like a charging warrior. Deliberate in all your movements. Smoothly. If you want, go into toppling tree. Interlace your fingers, press the palms open, and raise the left leg up higher. And keep moving deeper into the pose, pulling the arms over the head. Last action is to lift the head, bring the chest forward. This is an option. You may stay in Warrior 3, of course, if you like, the whole time. Step down. This is a good preparation for the next pose, which is crescent moon. Left foot steps forward, back knee down. And sink the seat all the way forward. Get the seat as low as possible so you stay balanced. Just take your hands to the seat for a moment, pull down on the seat, push up with the fingertips. Take all the folds out of the lower back. Allow the head to drop back. Keep bringing the belly button forward and the chest up. Arms over the head now, either hands together, apart, or together if you can. Kali Mudra, index fingers together to form a point, like the tip of the moon, crescent moon. Walk the shoulders back and forth. Imagine the index fingers going to the back toe. Straight arms. Just do your best. It's the effort that counts. And then coming back, change sides. Just bring the right foot forward, back knee down. Sink down through the seat, raise your arms overhead. Actually, sorry, I should start here. Just prepare the back, pulling the seat down and under, taking all the wrinkles out of the lower back. Drop the head back if you feel comfortable. Feel free to stay there if that's where you find your edge. Or bring your arms up. Pull the arms nice and close by the heads. Keep the arms straight and go back as you see fit. Keep pulling the body out of the hips. Break the pose, lift through the chest, come back up. Place the hands down inside the foot, right knee back, left foot forward. Bend the toes under, so the legs look like a box. Nice right ankles. Right arm up, and then angle the toe and the knee towards the right. Try to get your armpit right by the thigh. Sukha Parivita Paschimottanasana start. Push the left hand into the right. Form a fist with your left hand if you prefer. Press into your right hand. Left hip back, head forward, and then roll a little bit deeper. Bring the left shoulder all the way back. Those of you who know how to take a bind, go ahead, move the hips back, left arm over the back, and take the fingers in a lock or hold the left wrist with your right hand. Option as well to take the knee up off the ground. Lift up the back knee, press back the right heel. Left hip back, head forward, inhale, exhale, stretch, and twist. Break the pose. Imagine that you're still still a witness watching the body moving. Again, adjust the feet so that your back knee's over the left heel, left arm up. Go to the other side. So we'll do it this way. You can see a little bit better. Left arm up. Take the elbow so the armpit's right against the thigh. Right hand into the left fist or Anjali Mudra. Pull the chest forward towards the thumb. Exhale, roll the right shoulder all the way back. Again, take a bind if you like. Right arm goes over the back and your hands just join just against the belly. Bend the toes under if you like on the back foot. Raise or left knee up off the ground. Move according to your condition. Extend to the top head, pull the right hip back. Inhale, exhale, twist a little bit more. Release. Hands down, left foot forward, right foot back, lizard. Here, walk your left foot a little bit to the outside edge of the mat so the knee stays over the foot. Creep back and forth. And if your shoulders, especially if your shoulders same height as his knee or lower, you can do the next variation perhaps. Press the right foot back, lower the knee, flatten out the toe, roll to the right, right forearm comes down. If you can, the left forearm comes down too, so now your hips are more close to the ground and you keep your gaze steady. If you need to, you just stay up on your hands and keep extending the chest forward. You're very flexible. Just come right down onto the belly. Hug the knee against the shoulder. Left hand can come to the outside of the foot. Curl the left side of the seat under. Inhale, telescope the chest forward. Exhale, sink a little bit more. Anchor down through the hips. Now, go back on the hands. Change sides. Right foot forward. Move back and forth. Make sure the foot travels the outside of the mat a little bit so the foot stays over the knee. Then press back to the left heel, lower the knee, flatten out the toe. Roll to the left first, left forearm down, right forearm down. And make like a sleeping lizard, hugging the earth, sunning itself on the warm earth. Come lower if you can, if you like. Gaze straight ahead. Try not to blink, just like the lizard. Break the pose, come back onto the hands. Come back into plank pose. Body strong, level with the ground. Now Vasisthasana. I like to move the hips back first into downward facing dog. Left hand moves more to the center of the mat in front of the nose and spin on your feet. And keep the right foot forward in front or stack the feet if you like. Press the chest forward and the hips forward. Make like a kite being blown from behind. Notice how my arm is strong and extended. Make sure you don't collapse into the shoulder. Keep the neck away from the ear, the ears away from the shoulder. And release. Come back to downward facing dog. Try it on the other side. Right hand moves towards in front of the nose. And come up. Try to get your right foot to come flat on the ground. Press the hips forward. Right arm back. Open yourself up to grace. Return, downward facing dog. One more round here. So you can do the same one or maybe wild thing or other variations. Left hand more in front of the nose, back into side plank. If you want, slide your right toes back, push into your toes, and turn your hips and chest up Left foot is flat. If you're firm on your left-handed left foot, you eventually might be able to take your knee up. Hold the knee, maybe even hold the toe if you have the reach. Make it an offering. Break the pose, same way as you entered, gracefully. Make like you're doing a dance. Take a moment in downward dog, breathe in, breathe out, soften. Try it on the other foot now. On the hand, right hand steps to the middle of the mat, come into side plank. If you want wild things, slide your left toes back, hips and chest up. Try to get your hips as high as possible. And if you want to take variations, go ahead. Right foot is flat on the ground, keep your hips up. Take hold of the knee, maybe take hold of the foot. Move according to your condition as always. Return. Right foot back down, left foot back down, back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Left foot steps forward, I'll do it this way. Virabhadrasana 2, open up to the side. Sink down through the seat. Take on the consciousness of a mighty warrior. Hero sequence. Press into the front leg, turns alongside the mat, hands together at the heart. Now embrace all the qualities of a hero. Inhale from the heart up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Establish yourself in the hearts of all whom you protect. And move your hands to your seat. Move your feet a little bit closer. Your toes on the outside edge of the mat, heels on the inside. Bend the knees so you can get your knees over the toes. And then press your hips forward. And then keep pushing into the seat, pull down. See if you can straighten your legs a little bit more, allow the head to drop back. If you want, you can move your hands down one at a time, grip just below the knees. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins the other way, inwards. Coming back, one hand at a time, back on the seat to throw on the legs, push into seat, pull down, come up. Straddle your feet a little bit wider, arms out to the side, and fold down. Hinge at the hips. Take hold of the outer legs somewhere on the foot, on the lower legs, or step on your fingers with your feet. Extend to the top of the head. Exhale, pull the body right in between the legs. Try to get your seat directly over the head, and the head is between the feet. Now, getting ready to come up. Come back up, arms out to the side, and come up. Once again, back bend. Walk your feet in again. Adjust your feet so they're a little bit wide in hip width. Hands to seat. Again, inhale, push the chest up. Exhale, go back. Bend your knees more if you need to feel more stable. And then again, if you want to move your hands down, the backs of the legs, if you're very flexible, you might be able to come all the way down eventually. And touch the heels. Just explore your edge. Keep going to the edge every time in a mindful way. One day you go beyond your edge and keep progressing this way. Return. Hands on the seat once again, one at a time. Push into seat, pull down and lift back up. Bring your hands back to the heart center. Breathe in. Again to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Keep that strong connection between you and your own divinity. And then turn to the right this time. Extend, lengthen your stance. Warrior 2. Strong and long lines. Press into the front foot, straighten the legs, turn to alongside the mat. And from here, breathe in. Exhale, step your feet back together. Good, now we're going to come back onto the mat. Headstand. If you already know your headstand, go ahead. Other options, hare pose. You can bring the forehead down, hands on the mat beside your feet, and lift your seat. Try to get your seat over the knees, so you're more on the back of the head. If it's too much for your neck or your head, just come a little bit lower. Just stay where you're comfortable and bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows. The seat of divine perception. Alternatively, you want to go further. Your hands are still by the knees, so your arms are straight, right ankles. You can see your hands in front. Lift your seat, walk your feet towards you, and then rest your under the knees against the elbows. Push into your hands, dance from toe to toe. Maybe eventually take both feet up. Flex your feet to keep your body, your muscles engaged. Try to move your hips a little bit over your shoulders a little bit more. Of course, if you know your full headstand, go ahead. I sometimes like to split the legs. One leg forward, one leg back. So you can start again. Just move in a controlled way. Don't ever jump up fast and hard. No jerky, aggressive movements. Keep mindful. And then come down softly. Rest in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Roll up, find your way onto your back. Take your legs out in front. Lie on your back. Make sure you have space behind you. We're going to go into plow eventually. Now to come up, push into your arms, lift your legs. Get your seat up off the ground. Try to keep pushing your arms until your seat comes as high over your shoulders as possible. And then walk your arms towards another. Your hands come together if you can. And then from here, you keep reaching your toes back behind your head as far as you can. Place your hands on your back, your lower back, fingers facing towards the sky. Bring your legs up, one or both at a time. Straight line from toes to the chin. If you need to modify, keep in a tuck. Knees close to the forehead, or gently bring your seat and just keep your legs up. You're sitting on your hands. If you have a lotus, go ahead, take your lotus. Yeah, the option of just trying to bring your hands to your thighs, whether you're in lotus or straight legs. Have your knees a little bit more over the shoulders towards your head. Those of you who can press the hands into the thighs, you may. Now if you still have your lotus, or if you have a lotus, you can bring your legs right in. If you have the reach, you can reach around. Take your hands, join them underneath the seat. This is embryo pose. Alternatively, plow pose. If your legs are straight, just bring them down softly towards the ground, behind your head. If your feet touch down, you can bring your hands down to the ground. If not, support your back. Or bring your thighs against your body and your knees on either side of the head. Keep always the attention at the space between your eyebrows. Imagine eternal Om sound just running through the body. Stay fixed on that sound of Om that contains all colors and vibrations. Now making ready to come back onto your back. Keep your legs close to the body, and then allow your legs to come back over the head. Hands are behind the back. Just land your seat on your hands and bring your legs down. Now move your hands a little bit closer to your thumbs together. Your toes are towards your fingers are towards the toes. Push into the lower arms. Lift the chest. Bring the top of the head down. If you know the lotus variation, you may stay in your lotus and grab your feet. Hold the feet and get your elbows and your knees on the ground. Push the heart up as high as you can. Now keep your head where it is. Move your hands up from underneath. This is an option. You can stay there if this is over your edge. Or you can raise your legs up 45 degrees. Your arms come up as well. Same lines and legs, the palms together. Flying fish. Now breathe very fast in those like a sniffing dog. Legs down, arms down, and break the pose. Breathe in, breathe out, all fatigue. Come up to come up to standing. So again, push into your arms, raise your legs and your seat, get up with momentum, and then walk right up to standing. So, going to stand again in our going to hero sequence. Step the right foot back out, facing the long edge of the mat, hands at the heart. Inhale from the heart to the third eye. Exhale back down to the heart. Keep establishing your highest self. Again, move into your back bend, hands to the seat, just your feet as you need to. Push the hips forward and go back. Try to keep your legs straight. Make sure that you're not pinching your neck. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep on breathing. Move your hands as you see fit onto the legs one at a time, just below the knees. Walk your hands back to the seat, push into the seat, pull down, come up. Take your feet a little bit further apart. Arms out to the side. Let's try another variation. You can interlace your fingers behind the back, or if you have the flexibility, move your hands into reverse namaste. Try to bring your palms together. Push into the back of the heart. Inhale, lift it up from behind. Bring the head back. Now come forward, fold down. Try again, your back to be nice and vertical and straight. If it's too much, you can just bring your knuckles together, press your knuckles against one another, or take hold of your opposite elbows. Pull the arms away from the back a little bit if you can, if you have your elbows or your hands are joined. And then get ready to come back up. Press into the feet. Keep the legs strong as you move back up. Bring the hands back to the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees. Step your feet back together. Now, I'm going to turn sideways again so you can see. Uttanasana. Hinge at the hips. Bend the knees if you need to. Get your chest on your thighs. Now try to push into the hip crease with your fingers. Pull the seat back a little bit. Try to get your chest as far forward as possible over your knees. Take hold of the opposite elbows if you like, and pull your body against the legs. Some of you might be able to get your legs all the way straight. If not, just keep your knees bent so your body just stays connected with your thighs. Imagine the top of the head coming to rest right on top of your feet. Pull the arms further down, elbows hovering just close to the ankles. Perhaps. Just do your best. Now, standing split. Slide your left hand down so your index finger's tracing the outside of the ankle. Hug the forearm to the leg. Raise the right leg up. If you need to modify, you bend your knee if you have tight hamstrings. Okay, otherwise try to get your leg as straight as possible, like one foot is over the other in the same line. If you have good balance, keep gazing intently beyond your toes. Take the other hand to the ankle as well. Index finger again along the ankle and the inside. Break the pose, try on the other foot. The right foot steps down firmly, left leg comes up. Really press at the base of the toes to try to get the legs straight as possible. Right hand to the outside of the ankle. And then pull the body in towards the leg. If you look up, you see your foot, try to pull it back out of view so it'll go a little bit further back to find a straight line. Maybe take your other hand to the foot if you have good balance. Break the pose. Left foot down and just roll a seat down onto the ground. Extend the legs. Now, raise your right foot up, take hold of the big toe or the ankle, and then come down. You can steady yourself with your left hand. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, you can bend your knee, place the knee on the right shoulder, and just keep holding the ankle, pull the foot towards the head. If you're more flexible, keep holding on to the big toe, try to straighten the right leg. If you're very flexible, some of you might be able to get your foot right beside the head. Move according to your condition. If you need to, you can slide your left foot in as well. So your knee is pointing up, your left foot's flat on the ground. Half happy baby pose. Bring the right foot back so the heel's in line with the knee. Same line, and drop the knee down. Thigh comes to the ground beside your body. Now you can try to get your right foot close to the ground and extend your left leg. Or if you're very flexible, you start to try to bring your right shoulder in front of the knee. Pushing into the back of the knee, try to get your knee as high as possible. And then you might be able to bring your foot back behind the head, or if you want to go further, lift your head and see if you can get your foot eventually behind the head. Again, all these are options. Move according to your condition. Note that's pretty early in the day, so if you're not quite ready to go into these deep postures, just do your best. Don't worry about it. Release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other leg up. Watch leg moving by itself. Take your variation, your modification as you need. Knee on the shoulder, holding the ankle or the big toe. Pull on the foot. Slide the right foot in if you need to. Whatever you need to get yourself into your comfortable edge. If you're very flexible, bring the foot all the way down beside your head. Try to get the right leg to extend straight out in front. Then bend the knee, bring the heel over the same line as the knee, and allow the foot to drop out to the left, just beside the body underneath the arm. You can try to get the left foot to the ground, so extend the legs. It looks sort of like ballet pose. Right foot in if you need to. Try to make sure the right side doesn't just dislodge completely from the ground. Try to stay rooted on that side. Or if you want to move deeper, go ahead. Left shoulder in front of the knee. Push the left knee up as high as you can. Bring the foot back behind the head. And alternately lift your head and your shoulders up off the mat. Those of you who have the ability to take your foot behind the head, go ahead. Extend the right foot forward if you can. You can only go as far as your imagination, so keep on cultivating your imagination. Keep practicing and keep trying your best. And perhaps one day your body will realize what you have in your imagination. No attachments to the outcomes, however. No expectations. Release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, come back up. Make your way onto your belly. Legs out in front, so lie down on your belly. Take a moment to just shift your hips back and forth, side to side. Working Cobra pose. Now you can start in Sphinx if you like. You can hold the front edges of the mat, pull on a mat, and try to get your chest up and forward. Legs together like the tail of a snake. Eventually, maybe your elbows come off the mat, curve the back a little bit more, like a C shape. Walk your hands closer as you see fit. And just trying to take on the form of a cobra. Imagine you're in the body of a serpent. If you're feeling good and you're feeling ready, take your head up off the ground, your head higher, your hands beside your hips. If you want to work toward King Cobra, you open up your legs, come onto your fingertips again, close to the hips as possible. Lift up, try to get as long and as tall as possible. Bring the head back. Then you bend your legs up, point the toes. Imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. Now come down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend the legs up, take hold of the ankles. And then from here, if you're more flexible, you can try to reach for the shins close to the knees. So lean to one side so you can lift the legs. You can take the knee closer to the knee and then tip the other side, take the other leg. And then pull up. Lift chest, tug on the legs, try to get your feet as high as you can. Look up, you might be able to see your toes at some point. Now keep on breathing. Lift up. And coming back down, pull the heels toward the seat again, release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come onto your knees, working at trying to find a balance and forearm balance. So you come, I'll do this against the wall, so if you have a wall nearby, if you're starting to just get into the pose, you can use a wall as an aid. You want to be about almost a full legs length away from the ground. Elbows, pull them in tight so that the elbows are just on the inside of the shoulders. Bring the fingers, the thumbs together and spread the other fingers. So you try not to allow your elbows come out too close, too far to the side. Lift the feet, walk your feet towards the elbows. One leg up as far as you can over your head. Like you're trying to do a split. And then just bounce a little bit. Lift up your heel. Get buoyant. Use your right one foot to like one thigh close to the body. Push into your arms. And you might be able to eventually find a wall. So again, light jumps. No big, hard, fast jumps. You'll send yourself right over. Okay, and then you just play off the wall. If you're comfortable doing this without a wall, then go ahead. Okay, so if you want to just keep one foot on the ground the whole time, all good. Look a little bit towards your fingers. If you want to try it on the other leg. If your elbows start to go too much out to the side, bring them in again. Imagine you're sort of doing a snowplow with your arms, the same type of feeling. You're pressing into the, pushing against the ground with your arms. Legs close to the body. And back down, relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now come onto your belly. Shavasana. Arms behind your back, join your hands. Take a half breath in, lift the chest, and then bring your legs up. Try not to bend the knees. The whole body should be active. You should feel as though the body's shaking, it's working hard. Doesn't look like much of a pose, but it works the whole body. Good. And release, relax, breathe in, breathe out. One more. Lift the chest, join your hands first, lift the chest, lift the thighs up if you can. Feel as though you're trying to reach the ankles. Squeeze the palms together and the inner edges of the feet. Engage the buttocks, squeeze the shoulder blades against one another. Relax. Breathe in. Exhale, drop all the fatigue out of the body. Now hands beside your, underneath the shoulders, come up into seated. Twists. Very good for detoxifying the body. Your left leg folds in front, your knees in front of the body, the midline of the body, the foot's on the outside of the hip, right hip, left foot. Sorry, that was the left leg, the right foot comes over to the outside. If you're tipping, you can't find the balance, you can just extend your left leg and move your right foot a little bit further out, closer to the toes, closer to the ankle. Right arm behind the back, inhale, lift the left arm and push the forearm against the thigh. Now try to pull the body out of the way of the leg. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, keep pulling the knee beyond the left edge of the body and turn to the right. Keep lifted through the lower back. Left foot, keep pushing it forward. Shoulders flush with the long edge of the mat. Maybe going further. Right shoulder towards the right back corner. Or left back corner, I should say. Break the pose, come back, switch legs. I'll do the full version this time, but modify as you need to. Right foot's beside the left hip, and the right foot is on the other, left foot's on the other side of the right knee. Right arm up. And like to press the forearm against the outer left thigh. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, turn to the left. Make Make sure that your seat, both sides of the seat, are grounded. Return. Both legs in front, knees together, feet flat on the ground. Left arm up, right arm right behind the seat, down the center of the back. Push your arms, left arm against the right thigh. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, go deeper. Now some of you might be able to take a bind eventually. You can anchor the left shoulder, place against the knee, and then tip the knees to the right a little bit forward so that you can get your left hand under. Take hold of the seat. Your right arm comes around. Has come down low. It's quite a bit of a reach, so if you have a strap, you can use a strap as well. And hold the strap with both hands. Break the pose, turn back, try it on the other side. Right arm up, go to the outside of the thigh. Inhale, lift through the chest, press the lower back up and in, turn to the left, or again, tip your knees forward a little bit to the left side. Right hand comes under, and then you have to kind of get your hands holding the edge of the seat, and then that hand comes around. You bind very close, just beside the hip. Keep extending the neck out of the shoulders. Break the pose. Lie down on the back just for a few breaths. Take deep breaths in. Exhale. Just discard all fatigue, all effort. Allow it to just drain out of the body with the exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. And now come back to sleep position. Do just a little bit of pranayama, just to prepare for the relaxation that follows. So we're staying tall and straight, and we're going to do a little bit of what we're calling square breathing. So you're visualizing the outline of a square. Okay? So inhale, you're inhaling up one side, hold the breath across the top. Exhale down the opposite side, hold the breath out as you come back to the origin, and then you begin again. So you're always visualizing this outline being drawn, right? Both hands in Yana Mudra, second finger and the tip of the thumb together, other fingers extended, resting on your knees. Sit up tall again, and I'll just count it out. So close the eyes and start to visualize. Breathe out completely first. Inhale up one side. Om, om, om. Hold the breath across the top. Om, om, om. Exhale down the opposite side. Om, om, om. Back, hold the breath back to the origin. Om, om, om. Inhale up again. Om, om, om. Across the top, hold the breath. Om, om, om. Exhale down the opposite side. Om, om, om. Hold the breath out, return to the origin. Om, om, om. Inhale up one side. Hold the breath across the top. Exhale down the opposite side. And across the bottom, hold the breath out. Inhale up the left. Om, om, om. Hold across the top. Keep the om going in your mind. Exhale down the other side. Om, om, om. Hold the breath out as you return. Om, om, om. Inhale up. Om, om, om. Hold across the top. Om, om, om. Exhale down the other side. Om, om, om. Back to the starting point. Om, om, om. Inhale up. Om, om, om. Across the top. Om, om, om. Exhale down the opposite side. Om, om, om. Across the bottom edge, hold the breath out. Om, om, om. Last time, inhale up. Om, om. Across the top, hold the breath. Om, om, om. Exhale down the other side. Om, om, om. Hold the breath across the bottom, back to the start. Om, om, om. Now lie on your back for Shavasana once again. And just again, make an intention of relaxing everything. Surrender completely so that you become more receptive to receiving all the benefits of the practice. Feel as though you have waves upon waves of all that you need entering into the body on an inhale. Love, good health, contentment, peace of mind, courage, creativity, all of this, an abundance of everything, the best of the best that you have, that the universe has to offer. As you exhale, just allow that to just distribute all throughout the body. Fill yourself up completely with it. But all the while you're dedicating it, you're directing it towards the highest self that resides within. Re-establish your connection with your own divinity. And in truth, that divinity resides in all. So let's just imagine you're everywhere in the hearts of all beings. Repeat to yourself mentally 3 times the following sentence. My compassion is ever expanding to reach all beings. My compassion is ever expanding to reach all beings. It is said that a sign of self-realization is when you see sameness in everything and everyone. So through the asana practice, we cultivate a strong love, unconditional love for all beings. By experiencing all the forms, we tap into their divine qualities. Love all beings. Now slowly start to make your way back to seated position. Just take a moment, just take the time you need to come back into the body. Move gently, stretch a little bit, rediscover, get reacquainted with your body, the breath. And when you're ready, make your way up to seated position, always moving in a way that is mindful, reverent, and silent. Close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it out to all. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine light within. Namaste. Thank you so very much for joining. Whether it be live or on the replay. Thank you very much. Next week, same time. So 5 a.m. to 6:15. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.